I'm here in my kitchen garden and we're about to begin the great fall gardening experiment of 2021. It may be a complete flop, but I figure with an investment of about $15 worth of seeds, a lot of which I bought on clearance, if I get anything, it's going to outweigh the cost of what I'm putting into the ground. I am using my handy dandy seed square to help me plot out where I need to go. Everything is color coded. Reds, small things like carrots, leaf lettuces and whatnot. And it helps me kind of figure out what the density that I need to plant things at is. I usually start by sectioning off my row, in this case my three little squares, and dibbling all of the different holes that I'm going to be using. We're going to start with mostly lettuce type. I'm looking at baby lettuces, baby greens, and stuff like that. I think that might have the best chance of producing in the short period of time that we have. I also have some floating row cover coming as well, and hoping to do some low tunnel type hoop setup. In an ideal world, I would have started my seeds indoors. It just didn't happen this year. Moving is hard. As a general rule of thumb, I really like my 3-foot wide beds. With my little T-Rex arms, these are still comfortable enough for me to reach across, which is kind of the ideal situation, you know? This is really teaching me that I need to go and get another little kneeling pad. Monty chewed up my last one and now I'm regretting it. Although the wood chips are not unpleasant to kneel on, I am probably not going to water these right away because we've had so much rain and we are scheduled to have even more rain tomorrow. So I'm of the mindset that the soil that is built, or the moisture that is built up in the soil, will probably be sufficient to germinate these seeds. I don't want to drown them. I want to give them their best chance, given that they already don't have a very good chance. My number one concern isn't necessarily whether or not they will stay warm in frost. My concern is the amount of light they're going to get, because I was looking at the times of sunrise and sunset that are coming, and we're going to get to a point where we have like 8 hours of sunshine at best. I was telling Everett, I'm like, yeah, sun's gonna rise at like 9 o'clock in the morning and it's gonna set by like 5 by December. And he's like, what? That old Jimmy Buffett song, Changes in Latitude. These are not leaf lettuce. These are actually a combination of bok choy, broccoli, collards, kale, kohlrabi, and turnips that are meant to be harvested as baby leaves. This is my first time sowing this, so we'll see how it goes. Again, if this doesn't turn out, I'm not going to hold it against any of the seeds because it's not their fault. Next year we'll start with seedlings. I think it'll go better. Give them that jump start. This kale blend is not intended to be harvested as baby greens. I mean, you could, but it's intended to be full-grown plants, so the spacing is going to be a little different. Instead of doing the 12 square spacing, 16 square spacing, sorry, I had to do my math. Instead of doing the 16 square spacing, we're going to be doing the 4 square spacing. 4 per square. I actually like tiny kales in salad. I actually like kale. And a lot of people are just like, oh, I grow kale because I can, because it's something that that grows reasonably easily. But I don't like eating it. I actually like eating it. A lot. Although I was pretty good about eating my vegetables as a kid. I think the only things I did not like as a kid were lima beans and peas. And I've kind of gotten over that as an adult, so I actually kind of enjoy them now. I'm fairly certain that my neighbors think that I'm crazy because they're all putting their gardens to bed for the year, and here I am starting one brand new. So I'm planting 2 squares of rapini and 2 squares of purple sprouting broccoli. One of my very best friend in the whole wide world, her husband comes from this giant Italian family from Brooklyn, and Brooklyn, and he introduced me to broccoli rab, and I will be forever grateful for this. At bed number 2, which is primarily going to focus on my root vegetables, carrots, radishes. I have several kinds of radishes and several kinds of carrots and parsnips. I'm going to try to grow parsnips. I was going to try to plant a whole different variety of carrots, but I decided to stick with this multi-pack, which is in itself a variety of carrots. We'll see how it goes. I have 3,500 seeds. That's a lot of carrots. That's a lot of carrots. in the spirit of choosing my tried and true seeds, I'm planting primarily French breakfast radishes. They're my favorite. And I've had really good success with them. In all honesty, this has been a really good way for me to get rid of my half-used packages of seeds. And now I'm going to take a stock of what I'm out of. I am out of French breakfast radishes. This is the only leafy green I'm planting in this bed. It's arugula. It's one of my favorites. I can't ever have enough, so we're just going to plant it wherever we can. Oddly enough, arugula was one of those plants or seeds I had a hard time finding in 2020. So I'm on bed number 3. Bed number 3 is going to be primarily chard, kale, arugula, spinach. I haven't planted any spinach yet. And if I have any more room left over, leafy greens. Mustard greens. I like leafy greens in the winter because they kind of brighten up like the general moodiness, I guess, that comes with the season. It's kind of, they're fresh, they're bright, they're there, they're snappy. I don't know. Y'all, strawberry spinach seeds make poppy seeds look enormous. I don't know if you can see that, but those are teeny, teeny, tiny things. So here's one of my beds. It's recently started really germinating, and we're working on getting our season extension covers up. So far, so good. So far, it looks like the great fall gardening challenge of 2021 is, at least moderately successful. We haven't gotten anything, but we've got growth, and that's, never underestimate the power of growth. Till I see you guys again, take care of yourselves.